Hello everybody, this is the Anime Bro here, and today I wanted to tell you about 5 anime shows that you should watch if you are trying to get into anime. Now, many people will say that anime is like Dragon Ball, but that is not the case, not all the time. Some of it is, but some of it's not. So in this video, I just wanted to say my opinion on what anime shows you should get into if you are trying to get into anime, and I hope you enjoy. Now for my first choice, this is for people who are into comedy, and that show I suggest is One Punch Man. Now the reason why I suggest this is, for one thing, it's on Netflix, so it's easy to get into, but it only has it in Japanese language, so if you aren't into that, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to look elsewhere. But it's nice and short, it's only 13 episodes. The basic premise is that Saitama is the world's strongest man. Now that seems like a very cool thing to have, but it's not always very fun. Because Saitama is the strongest man in the world, he can't have a really good fight, because he knows he will automatically win just by punching one time. It's really funny. Now the show is really funny, like I said, and the jokes are hilarious, and if you're into comedy, you should check this out. So yeah, the first choice is One Punch Man. Now my next choice is for those of you who like science fiction, and that is Code Geass. Now Code Geass is also on Netflix, but this one is a little bit longer, and it also has English dub, so people speaking English in it, and each season has 24 episodes, there are 2 seasons each, and the basic premise is that Lelouch Britannia is trying to overthrow the Britannian Empire by gathering up a resistance and basically taking them down through force. Now, I don't really like science fiction, but this one I really do recommend. It's a nice story and it really is amazing. It gets you on the edge of your seat every time because you wonder what the hero is going to do next and whatnot. And yeah, if you're really into science fiction, then I suggest this. Now for choice number 3, it is for those who really like horror, and that is Death Note. Now Death Note is also on Netflix. It has 37 episodes, and the basic premise of Death Note is that Light Yagami has found a way to kill people just by remembering their face and also knowing their name. Now he uses this to kill criminals all around the world. Now not everyone agrees with him, so they send L, the world's greatest detective, to find him and also bring him justice. Now it's really amazing, and also this is usually what first timers watch if they are not into the whole Dragon Ball thing. So if you are trying to get into anime, this is really good because it shows that anime is very serious. This one is not really funny, it's very dark, and yeah, if you want to go watch it, go check it out. Alright, so number 4 is what I think one of the best anime shows out there, and that is Attack on Titan. Now Attack on Titan is also somewhat horror, but majority of the time it is fantasy in my opinion. And the basic story of Attack on Titan is that humans live in a world where they're no longer on top of the food chain. Giant titans attack them, and every single human lives inside walls to protect themselves from these titans. Now, some people try to hide in these walls and to make sure that they don't get eaten, and some of them actually try to fight back. And that's basically the story of it. Attack on Titan is really amazing because, for one thing, the world building is amazing. You get to learn more about this world and also more about Titans and how they are, and also just how people react into a situation where their whole thing is built off of fear. And it's really great and one of the best anime shows of all time, and yeah. Alright, and finally my number 1 choice is Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Now this may be a shock to many or not, but I really think Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is a really good way to get you into anime, and I'll tell you why. Now, the story of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is that there is a family line called the Joestars, and each generation has their own adventures to go on, and that's basically their story. Now, the reason why I think this is a great anime to get into for first timers is two reasons. One, it's an anthology series, so if you don't like a certain part, you could just watch another part. And two, many references that show up in this anime are American band names. For example, there's a guy called Vanilla Ice, there's a power called Another One Bites the Dust, and there's even an anime power-up called Red Hot Chili Pepper. It's just really interesting, a really interesting anime show, and it is a callback to those who grew up in the 80s or even the 90s. And yeah, and that's the end of the list. If you really enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.